Hey friends, it's Suzi from Girl Gone Green and welcome to another video. Today it's all about Clove and Hallow. This is a sponsored video. They've sent me their products and I'm just so excited to share them with you. I have been testing them out for several months. I've actually been using them for a long time, but I've been introduced to more products in these last few months, and so I was so excited to share them with you. I'm gonna do a full tutorial, but I wanted to first kind of share a little bit more about the brand, so let's dive in. Okay, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe below, hit that big red button, and then right next door, hit the bell notification so you'll be the first to know when I have a brand new video up. And if you haven't joined my Facebook group, be sure to join. It's Girl Gone Green Babes. There's over 2,800 of us in there sharing about our natural lifestyle and learning lots from each other. And then if you don't follow me on Instagram, what are you doing? Come on over and follow me there. I'm at Girl Gone Green, just giving you the real on my natural lifestyle. Okay, so let's dive into Clove and Hallow. They are a clean, cruelty-free makeup brand that is bold and with an edge. Really is how they describe themselves, and I couldn't think of a better term. They're super pigmented, but they also are really simplistic with their products. I feel like they don't have a ton of just extra products, but really keep it simple. The ones that you need, the ones that work. And I love one thing about them specifically is that they have an ingredient standard where they use 15 or fewer ingredients for each of their products. So that way it doesn't get hazy or confusing when you're looking on the back of a label. It's just really simple and they stick to that. They're also vegan, and then I love their sustainability efforts. So I'm just gonna share a few of them and kind of what that means, because I know a lot of people or brands will toss around sustainability efforts, but you're like, what does that even mean? But I feel like Clove and Hallow really takes it a step above and goes the extra mile. So first of all, they are packaged in sustainable packaging. They use, for example, recycled plastic, or they'll use glass, which they have glass right here when needed. And if they do use plastic, then they'll offer these refillables. So refillables are basically, once you use this palette up, then you can just get this round circle and insert it right back into the plastic palette. Instead of buying a whole new plastic palette and then throwing this away, you just keep this and then get a refillable, which to me is the best, because then not only are you helping the environment, but you're also not having to, I just love this so much. They do it. I think it's so simplistic and so smart as far as being more sustainable. Another thing that all customers have the option of doing is doing a carbon offset on each of their orders for a small fee, which is really cool. They're also certified net neutral plastic, which basically means as a product company, they do produce waste even through their sustainability efforts and all that they do. You know, they still do produce waste just because they are a product company. And so anytime that they produce waste, they go and they get low value plastic from the environment, and they actually offset it by taking that off of the environment. So I really just think that their efforts should be applauded. Okay, the first product that I'm gonna apply is the H2Glow Serum. This is their hydrating facial serum. So good, so hydrating. It really just almost feels like it fills in everything and it gives you a huge boost of moisture, but it doesn't feel greasy at all. It's very much like a serum feeling. So you're not gonna feel this heavy oil or anything. It's just a light serum that really helps to kind of prep your skin for the primer, which I'm gonna use next, that I love. So I even put this underneath my eyes because I kind of feel like it just hydrates the eyes too, wakes everything up. Feels really cooling to the touch as well, which I love. And I just kind of pat it into my skin and then I'll let it dry for just a minute, and then I'm gonna apply the primer next. Okay, the next product that I have been raving about is their Blurflex priming serum. So this literally does kind of blur those fine lines, any sort of wrinkle, or maybe where you have just a little bit of, I don't know if you want to call it dimension in your skin. It just kind of blurs it out. And I feel like it's the perfect primer before you apply concealer, foundation, whatever your base is for your foundation. It just totally makes everything look so much more seamless, and it just really gives you that even foundation. So I love it. This is definitely a little more hydrating than the H2Glow Serum. Feels almost like a very light lotion, but almost a serum texture too. I wouldn't say it's like a heavy lotion by any means. It's just, did a really good job creating it. It feels so good. So my skin feels hydrated, moist, definitely ready for my concealer or my foundation, my base. It doesn't feel greasy at all though. That's what I love about this combination. Using these two is it really just, it preps your skin. It's like the perfect word because it preps it for that base and really just creates that even canvas so your foundation and your concealer just go on flawlessly. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you guys what it looks like just to solely use their concealer just for my foundation. So I'm not gonna apply any other foundation but this, just because I have loved using this, especially like if I just wanna have a light makeup day. I don't want anything heavy. I just want it to look really natural. This is perfect. It has like a dewy texture to it for concealer. It's great under the eyes. It hides hyperpigmentation. It really does so much. So I'm just gonna apply this kind of more on the T-zone area, and then I'm gonna blend out like anywhere I have any redness or I need a little bit of extra, just to kind of give myself a little bit of a base and almost a little bit of, I guess you could say, seamlessness to my skin. And then I'm just gonna blend in. So I'm just gonna use my fingers just to blend in the product. What I love so much about this concealer is it really does look so dewy, so natural, like I said, but it does really offer like that coverage that you want as far as like, you know, covering the hyperpigmentation or any sort of redness. Like I definitely have redness on my skin. So it kind of just brings everything together, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels really weightless. So it's just so easy to blend out into your skin as far as like it being a foundation. So, and of course, if you want to use a foundation, just use the concealer as you normally would any concealer, like using it under the eyes, or if you have like certain spots you want to correct, or any sort of, you know, hyperpigmentation in your cheeks that you want to like add a little bit more to, you can go back in and just kind of dab a little bit more on. I definitely have like a little bit of redness all around my nose, so I always like to really blend that in, but your hands work so well. You could use a brush too. If you want, their buffing brush would work, but I just love using my hands because I feel like it creates like such a seamless look overall. I'm gonna apply some on my lids a little bit later once I do the eyeshadow for you guys. Okay, so the next product that I'm gonna use is their bronzer. So I love their bronzer. It's a cream bronzer. It's super pretty. What I like to do is I literally just take my fingers and I rub my fingers in it, and then I'm just going to apply it with my fingers. The reason why I love this so much is one, it creates such an even look overall and really natural, and the fingers almost kind of melt the cream bronzer into your skin, so it looks so natural. It looks so pretty. You look like you kind of just woke up and your skin is really dewy, like just you're on vacation, you know, you have that vacation glow, you're in the tropics. It's so natural. Like I just love the look overall. So using some of this for really achieving that bronzy glow. And it's so pretty too, the color. It's not orange at all. It is the perfect taupe brown. I feel like a lot of times bronzers can be done really wrong and you can end up looking like an Oompa Loompa. How many people have been there? But this one is so pretty. It really does just like warm up your whole complexion, and it looks so natural. Like you don't even have anything on and like you didn't try, but you look so like dewy. I even apply a little bit on my neck just to kind of help blend it and contour it a little bit too. And it just looks so natural. It's like instantly warming me up. And then I pat a little bit right here too. Especially now, I feel like a little bit whiter just because of the season we're in. And so I'll just kind of like add a little bit more. I feel like you can't go wrong with this bronzer because it is so natural looking that it doesn't look orange, you know what I mean? So you can do no wrong. So bronzer's on. Now I'm gonna apply the cream blush. It's so pretty. This is the color in a Ransom. So I'm just gonna apply it on the apples of my cheeks and then blend in. It's so creamy and dewy though, as you can see. Again, I love the dewiness and the creaminess. You guys know me, I'm like all about these products. They just look so natural. They add like an instant glow to your skin, which I love. And if you guys know, like any sort of cream-based product is going to make you look so much younger because of that dewiness and moisture, versus a powder product is really going to just highlight those fine lines or wrinkles a lot more. So that's why I love the creaminess, because it really just adds like that youthfulness to your skin overall. So cream blush is on, so pretty. Like instantly just like wakes your cheeks up, pulls them up, and makes them look so like rosy, and you look like you have this like pretty flush, natural flush to your skin. So next I'm gonna do their luminizer, which I love their luminizer. It's just the perfect creamy luminizer. It really is. Like it looks so natural on your skin. A lot of luminizers can be like overdone, or they're like a little goopy if they're cream based. I feel like they tend to like, I don't know, my hair will get stuck, or it's just like too much. This is really just the perfect. I'll just like tap it on anywhere I want like a natural glow, or anywhere where like naturally you would apply highlighter because the sun hits you. So I always do it like in the middle of my forehead, like right above on my upper cheekbone, bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and then right below my chin, I'll add a little bit too. And then you can go in too and add a little to like the inner corners of your eyes. This is really gonna help your eyes pop, stand out, help them look more awake, and kind of like you've got all those 8 hours of sleep, even if you didn't, you know what I mean? It's so pretty. So instant glow overall. Isn't it so, I feel like I'm saying so pretty all the time, but it's just so pretty. I love how like luminous and glowing my skin looks just from using those 3 products. It just instantly changes the whole look of it. Now I'm gonna do my eyeshadow. So like I said, I'm gonna take their concealer again, and I'm actually going to just put a little bit on my eyelids. This really helps to cancel out any veins I have. I always use some sort of primer. I talk about this in my eyeshadow video. I'm just going to apply the shadow right on top of this. Typically I use a translucent powder, but since I just want to talk about Clove and Hallow, and so I'm just gonna skip that and show you guys what it looks like with just the eyeshadow. This is a great primer though for your eyes. If you guys, the concealer, I love it. Once you apply that, I'm gonna use the Sunrise palette, which is gorgeous. Can you guys see all those colors? So pretty. So I'm actually going to take just my fingers, which is so easy, right? It doesn't have to be complicated. You can use your fingers. You don't have to have a brush. And I'm just gonna use right underneath the lightest one right here. I'm gonna use this right underneath the brow to really help pull up my eyelid, make it pop. And then I'm gonna use a little in the inner corners too. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Really, their makeup is like simple, even though it's bold and pigmented, it's simple. That's what I love about it. So you don't need like a ton of things. Now I'm gonna use the second color right here, and I'm gonna just apply this kind of right in the middle corner of my lid. Same thing on the other side. I think people sometimes think they need like all the things to get started with makeup or to use a product. Really, you don't. You can just use your fingers and it works great. So there is this one that I'm gonna use, the third one. This is kind of on the outer corners, and then I'm starting in the middle, and then I'll just kind of blend out once I'm done with my finger. These ones are so easy to blend. That's why I love them, because they're great for beginners, especially if you're not into shadows or you're not sure like how to use them. Their shadows are so easy to use. They are pigmented, but they aren't so pigmented that I feel like you get a lot of fallout underneath. And then they're just so easy to blend, so it's like kind of foolproof. And then I'm gonna just take a little bit of the dark and just do it like on the inner corners right here. So the darkest one right there. Kind of doing a little V. Again, this does not have to be complicated. Don't psych yourself out. You can do it. Just gonna blend with my finger a little. So pretty, right? Gorgeous. I love, love the colors. Okay, now I'm going to use their liquid liner, which I love. There it is. This is in brown. I just love brown. I prefer brown actually over black. I know a lot of people love black, but I just love brown. I love how it looks natural, but yet you look like you have a little bit more on your skin than, you know, just a pencil liner. Hello, got a little right there. I'm just gonna let that dry for a sec and fix this. Beauty of concealer, just add a little more concealer when all else fails, right? Do you guys do that too? Like open your mouth when you're doing your mascara or eye makeup? I don't know what it is, but okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more. Notice how I let that dry first? I just find it works so much better if you let it dry. Just gonna let that dry before I do the other eye. Okay. See how rich that color is though? It's so pretty. Even though it's brown, it's like a rich brown. And I just start in the middle, if you guys noticed. This really helps to keep the eye open and not have it be too heavy. A lot of times with liquid liner, it can look a little bit too overdone if you start in the very corner. And I feel like it looks a little more natural too, especially for just like everyday versus doing the whole thing. So easy, it like glides on effortlessly. It has such longevity to it. So pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna do my eyes, and then we're gonna come back as far as mascara and brow, and then we're gonna do the lips. Okay, my eyes are done, and now I'm gonna use their Clove and Hallow Luscious Lip Lacquer in Fizz. So they actually reformulated this. This is like one of their best-selling products. It's super hydrating, super moisturizing. It's not quite a gloss, not quite like a pigmented lipstick. It's like an in-between lip serum that's really hydrating and offers so much pigment. So I'm gonna show you. I have the color Fizz on right now. It's like a cross between a gloss and a lip serum in my opinion. They're super pigmented, but it doesn't feel goopy or like really heavy, gunky like you might think a gloss. It's super smooth, feels lightweight on your lips, and like just kind of adds like a sheen, but it's not like super shiny. Like I love, love the formula. It comes in a variety of colors, so definitely check out other colors. But I just wanted to show you what that looks like. And then I'm gonna finish off the whole look with their Lock and Rock. It's their Luminous Priming and Setting Mist. I've actually really, kind of, I don't know, I've been on the lookout for a priming mist for a while because I get this question asked a lot in clean beauty, like what's a good priming or setting mist? And this is like the first one that I really love. More because not only does it like help to set your makeup, but it kind of offers like this dewy luminous glow with it, and I love it. I'm all about the dewiness and the glow, if you guys haven't noticed. So make sure you shake it up because it does have like some pearlized pigments in it. And it's not like a shimmer that you might think of as far as like a teenager shimmer, but it's a really like pretty pearlescent, just kind of sheen to it. So just do that and then I just spray it all over my face. Kind of let it set in. And it just helps set it, gives it kind of like a moisture glow, not overdone, but like just enough to kind of give you a little bit more dewiness overall, which is always good. So that's the look, friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video all about Clove and Hallow. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. I would love to hear your feedback. Be sure to check out all the products below. I'll have links for all of them. And if you have questions, leave them in the comments too. Hope you guys have a great week. See you next week.